It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I.
Coach, we're just about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at New Era Field in Orchard Park, New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long.
Hey, orbit.
From the gun, it's Allen. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Brown signed with the Bills in March. Last year he was in Baltimore, 4 seasons in Arizona prior to that, but they're hoping that Brown can add a lot of speed to this offense, which he should. Last year in Baltimore, 715 yards and 5 touchdowns.
53. 53. Alert, alert, alert.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down now, it's McCoy. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. Over the middle here to Brown. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. They'll run on first down. McCoy. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, echo.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Pass incomplete.
Allen's pass, thrown away and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short.
Hey, wahoo!
Watch a slant, watch a slant, watch a slant.
57. Hey, home.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. It's caught. Jones. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Looking end zone for Jones. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Throwing again. Allen. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. McCoy's got the 1st down and more. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game. And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
On play action, Allen. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Number 53, Mike 53.
Hey, watch. Here we go.
They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. LaShawn McCoy, his 1st touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Hauschka with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
49 to Mike, watch 49.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The Pro Bowl tight end Zach Ertz, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Go. 180.
Not today, you are. Not today.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards.
Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Wentz to throw again. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touch...
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. LaShawn McCoy with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bills...
move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. To throw, it's Wentz. Gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now Wentz. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
White now to return.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. The former Sooner, Cody Ford, 2nd-round pick back in April, guilty there. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. It's caught left side by John Brown. And they work this out past the 25. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Here's a guy coming off a strong rookie season, Gus Edwards. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly. Following
the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling, and usually between run and pass. But in this case,
and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, it could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
LaShawn McCoy off to the races. It's a big run there by McCoy. 59 yards for him on the ground. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Cole Beasley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got him in position.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Micah Hyde. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught at the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Wentz now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
They even let you play.
Running with Howard. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Let's get it.
Go. 280. Porky, 82, Porky.
58's the money. 58's the money. It's out.
Working from the gun. Wentz. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 280.
Mike, 49. Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
They'll run the option right here on first down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
49's the Mike. Watch 49. Watch twist.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wentz. This complete left side to Aguilar. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Watch the flag.
Shotgun now for Wentz. That is caught inside the 5. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Wentz going to throw. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
After the penalty, it's McCoy. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one goes against Deion Dawkins.
Brown 80. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come. Alert.
From the gun, Allen. And he finds Tyler Kroft. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
13 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd down at the 22-yard line.
Mike, 57. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Hey, box drop. Box drop.
57. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
To throw again on second down. Allen, he's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Rodney McLeod that time able to knock it away.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turns into a nice play.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
On third and long, it's Allen. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
That's good for the Bills. First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Mike.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Watch the pass. Jim.
Half. Hey, exit.
53 to Mike.
Now Allen again. He hits Beasley right side. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 46.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53.
Allen to throw once more. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
That's another Bills. First down. First and 10 at the 33.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
I'm coming after you. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now arguably the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
First and 10 at the 17.
And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
On play action, Allen to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tyler Croft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. But now it's third down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the throw.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka with the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half.
Eagles 7. Stephen Hauschka to kick off for Buffalo.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Mike's 49. Mike's 49. I know he ain't got it. 49.
Throwing now is Wentz. Aguilar has him. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
And an Eagle first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Wentz now to throw. But he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Wentz. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you. 49, guys. Mike, 49.
Again, it's Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Wentz. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Lorenzo Alexander wreaking the defensive havoc.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
74. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
Hey, Zoo. Come on now.
On 2nd down and 4. Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
5-7.
Now wins. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Here's Wentz to throw. And he finds Howard complete. And now Jordan Howard slow to get to his feet, so they will stop play here. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
120! Here, shift. I'm coming for you, son. Hey, kill.
58, boy, 58, it's Mike. Let's go, defense.
Throwing on second and long. Wentz, and his throw here's incomplete. It was Teron Johnson that time who had that play covered from the start.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss.
Go!
49 to Mike, 49 to Mike.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. Caught right side is Jeffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
Watch the slant. Mike's 49.
Hey, high 7.
Wentz going to go on fourth down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 20. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe. To say one is not buying the other dinner.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on fourth down.
5-7.
49 to Mike, 49 to Mike.
Now Wentz again. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Lorenzo Alexander able to record his 5th sack of the season. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. From the gun, it's Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
46 down, man, 5-4.
Mike's 49. Mike's 49. You're not.
Hey, orbit.
49's the Mike. Watch 46.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 38. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
A lack of discipline defensively on fourth down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Come on, baby, let's go.
And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
Stay with your man.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Second and 5 now. Wentz, and he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now a carry for Sanders. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerry Hughes. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. So after the INT, it's Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Allen hands off to McCoy. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 20. Those 6 in Philadelphia, and remember, he had 4 or 5 years as a 1,000-yard rusher, but then last season really dipped down, just above 500 yards, only 3 touchdowns. Of course, watch the age as well. They did turn 31 back in July. Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
At the Eagles' 22-yard line.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Hauschka now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. On the NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter now from Jacksonville. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. Wentz. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That sack by Tremaine Edmonds.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Now Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. It's a gain of 13, and how about that? They're able to convert on 4th and 10. Wentz now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Harrison Phillips on the stop. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd
and that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Wentz leaves with Clement on the draw. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 45-yard line.
Done. Waiting. Let's 5-7. Here we go, D. Here I come. We're done.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz, Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 30. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground with Sanders. Looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage and that's it. Lorenzo Alexander brings him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Jerry Hughes in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Cut. Mike's 49.
Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. No reason not to try it. There, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st down.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Clement. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another 1st down with that run.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, the 4th of the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but no. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kevin Minter came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. It's a second down run with Sanders.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Wentz going to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
On the return, it's White. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Around the NFL, 4th quarter right now in Atlanta. The gap there has widened. The Seahawks just scored again. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. This is McCoy. He'll get 3 up to midfield. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Allen off the play fake. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They go now to McCoy. He's seen a ton of action this afternoon. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll go again to McCoy. 9 good yards here on the run, and now 3rd down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Then with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll go with McCoy. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And again, this Buffalo defense there and run support to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
Another run with Sanders. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 35-yard line.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bills, they pick up win number 4 on the campaign as they emerge victorious here. And they'll get to stay home again next week.